not sure about you.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers. Don't be causing trouble, all right?
But these are not normal times. This area is under martial law, and I will not tolerate your casual heresies. The next person we catch flouting this ban would be lucky if they just end up interned. I would remind you that the protocol is here for a reason. It is here to be obeyed.
Do as you're told, right?
Protect you. Trust us and help us to help you.
First thing I'm doing when they take that wall down is going on holiday.
A new customer. How'd you do?
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Scaffoldor. Work out to help out.
Ah, it's you. You did? I see. Yes, it's true. She ran errands for me from time to time. I asked her to keep an eye on certain people. She has had quite a talent for it. But I had no reason to kill her. You must believe me. I have a certain arrangement of sorts with some of the villagers. In a world as terrible as this, with evil in the soil and a military boot on their necks, who can blame those who turn to the church for protection? I offer what I can, in return for a small donation to the church. But it is necessary for me to keep some eyes on them as well, in case they waver. There is a lot of temptation within the zone, and temptation too easily leads to corruption. I suppose so. If she had discovered something, perhaps she was following someone on the day she was killed. Her notes might enlighten you on that front. The shopkeeper? Good heavens above. I knew something was off about him, but nothing as foul as that. Then I must ask something of you. You're embroiled in this now, as much as we are. To find absolution, well, you must find some way to deal with Morris. An ally to those heathens in the woods is a danger to the village. Not that I'm suggesting you. Well, I'll leave it to your judgment. What's in it for... Oh, good grief. I don't know. I have an artifact I could part with, I suppose. It's something of a rarity. Help me with this murder business, and it's yours. Now that Maisie is dead, There is no one else I could trust to be able to carry out such a task. And in the spirit of reciprocation, if you are in need of my help, you need only ask. I am here if you wish to talk, to unburden your soul. And if you'll forgive me for saying so, you seem troubled. Might I ask why? I don't suppose, well, have you perhaps been hearing voices? It is a sign of vile corruption. It cannot be tolerated. It must be confronted. I saw it in the baker's husband. The baker, Iris, told me he was hearing voices and had fallen terribly ill. I haven't seen her husband for a number of weeks now. So I trust she came to her senses and took the necessary action. But it pains me to imagine what evil is creeping inside our little village. None of us, not even the protocol officers, know the truth of that. Only that it started with that wretched science city they built across the mere. They did something. Heaven knows what. And now it is laced with evil. You can smell it in the air. I doubt I would understand any of it. Besides which, the village occupies all my time. The people here need a guiding hand. The military presence, this protocol nonsense of theirs, has done that to us, and with no sign of rest, pressure like that breeds corruption. You, on the other hand, seem of a curious nature. I can offer you something, but you must be cautious about prying too deeply. Well, I was on cordial terms with one or two of the scientists stationed up here. The important ones lodged at a manor house out in Casterfell Woods. I doubt any are still alive. But they may have left notes or papers that could prove useful to you. But you didn't hear that from me. All right. Farewell, and God bless you.
Keep your nose clean. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be broken.
Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
Let's not have any trouble.
Well, well, a new face. Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble, and yet they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me. Really? Well, you're not the first amnesiac I've seen since things went awry. Trauma does strange things. In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village, but don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information. All in... I want to know where you came from. Trust be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here, just as... So I ask again, did you... Well, this is disappointing. We imprisoned strangers at the first whiff of trouble. I trust that will be more conducive to... In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. And if you still wish to have protocols there... The civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good. I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course. Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
The citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Report early. The contagion can be painlessly excised. Be vigilant.
Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? Shh! Shut your bloody... All right, look. Just hear me out, eh? See, we're a rotten one, that un. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me. Not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor. Like I ever had any loyalty to the pro. I'm no killer. Not born to it, but she were boy. Him? My socks are holier than he is. We give our donations to the church, and in return he keeps the protocol sweet. Or so he says. Truth is, he worms his way into people's lives, finds out about matters that won't sit well with soldiers, and holds them over us. Blackmail it is. Pure and simple. Aye, that's the truth of it. It's the authorities what get people killed around here. Maisie, well, she fell in with wrong lot. What came to her was only just. I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all. Something. But that Maisie, she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go. And I had to do it somewhere Vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise. What? And leave the village without a shop? I don't just run this place, you. Wyndham will starve. You're a heartless one, aren't you? You don't leave me any choice. All right. I'll go the first minute I can leave, without making those protocol gowlighters suspicious. Big explosion, that's what. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there, the soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine. That there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol. Temporary, my hat. We had no choice but to take it on the chin. In the months after the disaster, some people started to turn a bit odd. Nothing bad, just different, you know. Kept going on about the soil calling to them. People you'd known your whole life, proper sober folk, suddenly talking about a new... Then one night, they all upped and marched off into woods. Soldiers have been properly down about any talk, since that might sound a bit, you know, pagan.
Citizens of Wyndham,
Addressing civilians.
this is of any kind.
Stand back, citizens.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Oh, who are you? I don't know you. You're not with the soldiers, are you? I run a lawful place here. Stick to every word of the protocol here, I do. Oh? Well, not that there's anything wrong with it if you did, it's just... Well, never mind. Now let me know if you're looking to buy... What? You know that he's... Doesn't really matter how you know. Just look, I'll talk, but only to show you I'm doing nothing wrong. You have to keep quiet about this. Me husband, Philip, he went off exploring with one of his pals. Bloody fools, the pair of them. He said they were poking around in an old bunker and walked into a cloud of funny glowing spores or something. And he told me he started hearing voices. He says the voices hurt him. Whatever it was, it made him awful ill. It's not getting any better. Not exactly. I just know he called it the interchange. Oh, and he said something about the substation behind the pub, though that's off limits to us. The soldiers will string you up for anything these days, and my husband was exploring where they don't like you to explore. That captain of the protocol, he says what the boffins buried here plays merry hell with people's minds. Turns them into something not human. Not that any of that happened to my Philip. He's ill, that's all. I just know what the soldiers would do if they found him. You know, we've had one mite of luck. Came by a special tonic, which does something to settle the voices in his head and keep the infection down. At least, while we can get it, it does. But look, what's your interest? I'm sorry, but I don't have any of the tonic left. There's a lady, calls herself Mother Jago, out in Casterfell Woods. Brews the tonic to her own recipe. She lives out by the old mine. I can mark on the map where to find her. And listen, I hate to ask, but could I trouble you to get us some of the tonic? Just a single bottle. We're almost run out. Bless you, thank you. Bye now.
Citizens of Wyndham,
Addressing
volunteers
civilians.
are required for work details on Scafamore. Work out to help out.
News travels fast here. I'm told Morris will no longer cause us any problems in the village. Thank you for finding some sort of resolution to all this. Here, as I promised. For helping the village. Lord knows we need all the help we can get. This will open the box upstairs. You'll find your reward there. Farewell, and God bless you.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
State of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could.
Citizens of Wyndham,
Forget it.
the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us and help us to help you. Follow the
Better move on, you lot. You're never
Addressing
gonna make a
civilians.
South Pole to Arsenal.
Stand back, citizens.
On here.
Nobody wants any trouble. Should open their bloody eyes. That's all. Because trouble's all we've got.
The village of Wyndham is picturesque. The village of Wyndham is quaint. The village of Wyndham is dangerous. Be cautious.
help us to help you. Follow the protocol.
Keep your nose clean.
are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
do at all. The greenfly is having a field day. And these wretched weeds. Oh, hello there. You must forgive me. I wasn't expecting visitors today. And, oh good heavens, Jenks should have taken your coat. Jenks? Had him for years, bless him. I'm sure he'll be along shortly. Prudence Rook, delighted to meet you. I was just looking over the garden. We'd rather let it get away from us. In the grand scheme of the flower beds again, we have lots of guests, you see. Scientists, we want the house to be a home. My sister Charity looks after the boffins. I make sure the house is to order. Oh, you know I couldn't. My sister might be a... Well, she mustn't be disturbed. She's busy, but you have the run of the house. Liberty Hall, we don't go into the concern, but everywhere else. We can't. We keep the conservatory locked unless our guests are here. I can only trust Jenks with the key. Which reminds me, I must return it to him when he gets back. Whenever he gets back. Yes, we must keep the house neat, but the conservatory. Gone? He told... Oh, where on earth? Keep an eye out for him. I think he told me he was going to the dam to the northwest of here. We'll have this garden as pretty as a picture for summer. Yes, we shall. Why would you want to go to the dam anyway? Fishing? Is that it? Oh, you wretched aphids! I shall have Jenks get some spray to deal with you.